What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Vertical Football. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Things We Learned. Manchester United versus All City. All City 2, Man United 0. The first game of the 2026-2027 season. A defeat for Man United. An embarrassing defeat again. Embarrassing performance. Embarrassing defeat. Guys, a lot of talking points. Let's jump right into it. The first thing I want to say is I could just sense when I started watching the game at the beginning, and with the way we approach the game, with the way we approach the game offensively and defensively in the first half, I felt that there was just a lack of preparation. I could just sense that there was a lack of preparation in the sense of we did not even understand the team we were playing against. We didn't understand their strengths. Obviously, it's normal for we fans not to understand what All City, how they play. Because even me myself, I tried to watch some clips about them in the preseason. I went to their site, I didn't say anything. So it's okay for people like us not to know how All City plays because they are like of an unknown quality. But for Man United and the coaching staff, I believe they should know how All City should play. And I felt in that first half that we were caught surprise by how All City approached the game, how they played. All City, obviously, traditional Premier League side with a lot of intensity running, even though towards the end, the intensity caught up with them. But you can see that All City is a classic Premier League side in terms of high intensity, using the sides, direct football, crosses, using long throws. You could see that. They are deadly also in set pieces, which also you could see the goals that they scored. So you could just feel that. And I felt that United were not adequately prepared to deal with the challenges that All City were going to pose. And I think that's a very, very big issue. Another thing about preparation is the fact that obviously we did not do what we did when we praised them in the preseason. You have to be a team, as I said, that wants the ball and demand the ball. Because what I felt is if we had done preparation to know the kind of team that All City is, our strategy would have been to suffocate them from not having the ball, to have more of the possession, to pin them back. And, I think that's what we ended up doing at certain points in the second half. But we didn't do that in the first half. We allowed them to have those moments that they wanted to have in the first half. We allowed All City to play their game in the first half. And I think that's where the game was lost in the first half, really, because lack of preparation, both on our own side and how we want to play, and lack of preparation in trying to understand what is All City like and how can we tackle them. All City, very physical side. You could see that in the game. Very physical side. It's a classic Premier League side, as I said earlier. Classic Premier League. Sorry about that. Classic Premier League side. Classic in terms of physicality in the midfield and all around the pitch. And the long throws, the crosses, the intensity, the speed, and the verticality of their play. So, the second thing I want to say is obviously a lack of structured play for Man United. Sometimes you see, and I don't know why it is like that, but you see sometimes players occupying certain zones and like, what are you doing there? For example, there was a particular sequence in the second half where Andrey Maguire moved with the ball. He should have given the ball to Tielemans. He didn't give the ball to Tielemans or Talisman. He went forward and he lost the ball. And immediately, All City had a transitional moment. Like a lot of the game things they did for most part of the game was clueless without a structured play. And throughout the game, especially in the second half, a lot of long balls and trying to punch it in. You could see the likes of Maguire. Maguire from around the 50-something or 60th minute was already playing like a winger or a striker, and the long balls were moving in. I think there was a lot of cluelessness in the way we approach the game. At the end of the game, I went through some statistics to try to understand because there were a lot of crosses. We did 39 crosses in the whole game, 48 long balls, and out of the 39 crosses that Man United did in this All City game, only 9 crosses were successful crosses based on the stat I saw. Among the 48 long balls that Man United did, 24 long, that's half of the long balls we did was successful, 50% success rate for the long balls. A lot of long balls, a lot of crosses. Like, it was like, this should not be the United side. This United side should be a bit more elaborate in how they play. However, today wasn't elaborate. Today was clueless. I think that's just the fact. It was clueless. I want to give credit to All City because obviously they defended very, very well. I think at a point I saw certain, like up to like 50 or 40 something clearances they did in that game. The goalkeeper of All City was fantastic. But for United, on the other side of United, I felt United were depending on individual moments. There was no collective play. And I think it's a sad thing, really. It's a sad thing. And when I talk about cluelessness, the cluelessness of the players on the pitch is not really my concern. My concern is always going to be the cluelessness of the people on the bench. I didn't see anything special or any tweak that was special that they brought into this game. And that's my concern. That was my concern against AC Milan. That's my concern again today. We need innovation. You can set up with a plan and the plan might not go well. That's life. But there must be contingency. There must be something you have to do to make the game in your favor. I didn't really see that today. And that's very sad. So I think it's a reality check. Because everybody who thought All City was easy 3 points, including myself, really. Including myself, I felt we should be able to scale through and get the first win to give us that momentum. But we lost. Against All City. And I think that is a big reality check. We have to improve. If not, it's going to be a long season. So guys, let me have your opinion on this game. Obviously, it's a sad game, really. I know people might want to say it's a player issue. You can also say they are players issues, but I think more so, I think it's not just a player issue. So we also have to recognize the fact that even as against AC Milan and today, there were also structural issues. There were structural issues. There was player issues, approach issues, and structural issues. So guys, let me have your opinion in the comment section about this game. Whatever thing I say you disagree with, please let's have it in the comment section. What I say you agree with and want to expand shit on it more, let's have that discussion in the comment section. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share. Until I see you next time. Bye.